Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie and this is going to be a reading vlog. I don't know if it'll be quite a week. We leave for Mexico a week from today, so it is Saturday right now, and I just wanted to start a little vlog because I'm going to be starting a new book today and I want to do some bookish things, and I have Monday off for Martin Luther King Day, so we'll see what I can get up to. But I do want to show off my new TikTok shop purchase. Get you down here. It's a Shane and Ilya sweatshirt. It doesn't seem like it's the best quality in the world, but it is super cute. So we'll see how long that lasts after a few washes, but it's super cute. And I always get like these crew necks in this sand color because I just think it's really cute and like neutral. I don't buy a lot on TikTok shop, I really don't, but I couldn't pass this up, so yeah. Anyway, reading. I'm going to start Woman Down by Colleen Hoover today, and I have some mixed feelings about starting this. I feel like Colleen Hoover is like one of the most hated authors right now, and I don't really get why. I know there was drama with the It Ends With Us movie, but I really think that was more like Blake Lively than Colleen Hoover. I don't know, I loved reading her books in college, maybe high school and college. I don't remember when her first book came out, but like I read Slammed like before she had other books out. Like I've been reading her since she's been publishing things, and I really liked her books in college. Those were like the only books I read for fun in college. And then I took a break from reading for a few years, and I picked reading back up at the end of 2020. And my first couple books back were Colleen Hoover books that I missed in my hiatus. Are they masterpieces? No. I will say I still love Verity. I did a reread of Verity last year, and I still gave it 5 stars. I'm very excited for the movie. But I have reread a lot of her books in my late 20s and early 30s. I'm 31 right now. But I picked up a lot of her older books on audio to reread them in the last couple years, and they don't hit as hard, obviously, as they did when I was 18, 19, but she's nostalgic. I definitely don't hate her. I'm excited that she has released a book. It's been 3 years, and it's like a romantic suspense about a writer. I think, honestly, it's about a writer who has drama with a book-to-film adaptation, and she swears it's not about It Ends With Us, but I'm very excited. I think that there's gonna be some similarities and some of her real feelings in here. I'm excited to give this a shot, and it's only like 299 pages, so we love a book under 300 pages. I mean, barely, but still counts. So yeah, I did update my Kindle for vacation to make it really cute, so I'll show the B-roll of that next. I am waiting on a pop socket, so you'll see like a spot that doesn't have a sticker. A pop socket is coming on Monday to go there, so I'm excited to bring my Kindle to the beach. And yeah, but this week I want to read this book and maybe another one and get ready for my trip, so I hope you'll stick around and see what I get up to. Hi, new vlogging location unlocked. I'm in my husband's truck He's in a game store right now, and I decided to sit in the truck so I could vlog. We're in Northfield, Minnesota, just doing a little like shopping and date day. I got a coffee at Little Joy Coffee, and I got to go to a new independent bookstore. I went to Content Books in Northfield, Minnesota, and I'm gonna show you what I got. I got this postcard for my junk journal to do a spread about today, and I got some stickers, obviously. They had this, it says I like my content juicy, and like the content is like their logo. Love that. And then I do collect these little independent bookstores of Minnesota stickers, so I got 2 of these, one for my water bottle and one for my junk journal. And then the star of the show, the book that I got a Rachel Harrison book. They had So Thirsty. They had Play Nice, but I've already read that one and loved it. I read it for Winterween, so I got So Thirsty. It's a vampire novel, and it's short, and I'm actually so excited about this. I think the cover is stunning. So I'm really excited. This is the only other book of hers that they had. They had so many books. They had such a good romance section, a good horror thriller section. I knew I wanted to grab a thriller, and so I was happy to see that they had this author because I know that I like her. So yeah, I'm ready for a vampire book. It's been a while, you know? Super excited about that. They even had a pretty good bargain section with some books that were definitely popular. Like they had one of Julie Soto's books were half off, but I haven't read her yet. I have one of her books on my shelf, but I haven't read it yet, so I don't want to buy another one in case I don't like it. So I know I like Rachel, so we're going with her. Fun little start to the Sunday. Hello, happy Monday. It is MLK Day, and I actually have the day off today. It's the first time I think I've ever had this off as a work holiday, and it's kind of perfect timing, kind of stressful timing. We leave for Mexico Saturday morning, so it's like I'm missing another day of work because I'm missing 5 days next week, but I didn't choose. I do think I'm gonna work for a couple hours today, just because no one can bug me. So it'll be kind of nice just to try to get some emails done or something. I don't know. We'll see if I even do that. I say that. I'm kind of a big talker sometimes. I'm like, yeah, I'll work for a couple hours. And then I don't. So we'll see. I stopped and got a coffee. And it is nail day. I cannot bring these crusty red overgrown nails to Mexico. I think I'm gonna go for like a light blue with white stripes because I feel like it's kind of beachy but not like too over the top for when I get home. I'm excited. I kind of actually hate getting my nails done, like sitting there for an hour and it's just like overhead lighting and nail polish smell, and I really like my nail girl, but I don't really love. But I've been getting my nails done once a month since I think like April of 2025, and I'm actually really proud of myself for keeping that because I do really like having them done. I feel more put together, and with like filming and taking pictures of like books with my hands and stuff, I feel like I just like my content more if my nails are done. It sounds silly, but it is like the one self-care thing that I do like monthly. So anyway, I have a few minutes. I will update you quickly on Woman Down by Colleen Hoover. I think I'm like 36% of the way through. I'm on chapter 8. One thing about her books, I don't know if it's this book or all of her books, her chapters are so long. Like I get to the next chapter and I'm like, ooh, cool. And then it says 32 minutes to complete chapter. I'm like, what? Colleen, what are you doing? I like a good 6 to 8 minute chapter. That's what I like, or less. Shit, give me a 2-minute chapter. I'm cruising, you know? A 32-minute, because then it's like I'm laying in bed and I'm like, okay, I'll read one more chapter, and then I look down, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. But I'm really liking it. It's interesting. I think I kind of mentioned what it's about. It's about an author who was like at the top of her game, and then she had a film adaptation come out and people didn't like it. It was like a love triangle story, and they took out one of the guys. So like, yeah, people were angry. But so then she kind of got like canceled for that, and then she hasn't written a book in like 18 months or something. And she is at a writing retreat by herself in a cabin, and she usually goes to the same cabin, but it was already rented out, so she's like across the lake or whatever at a new cabin. and the people who own it are kind of silly older people that like come over and bug her. And then there was a death like outside on the road by her cabin, and so there was like this hot cop that came to her door to like let her know or whatever. And of course the book she's writing has a hot cop who's married, and the female main character in her book falls for the married cop. So this hot cop shows up at her house, and he has a wedding ring, and they kind of flirt, and then he gives her his card and is like, okay, I'll follow up tomorrow on a statement. And then tomorrow comes and they never got in touch. So she texts him like, hey, do you still need my help? And he's like, I'll be right over. And he comes over in like normal clothes, and they like flirt, and then they kiss, and then like it's just like is escalating from there. The author in this book, the female main character, is living out the book that she's writing. But like this guy's actually married and has a wife. He's like screwing over his wife for the sake of her art. So I don't know, I'm still obviously not that far in. I'm hoping to get a lot done today. I'm liking it so far, but reading her books as like a 31-year-old now, I don't think her writing is that great. I think I've read better. I think it's a little choppy in my opinion. I'm not sure, but I will continue this. I will maybe finish this today. It's not that long, and I'm 36% of the way in. I don't know, like I'm into it, and I want to see where it goes. Like I want to see where Colleen is going to take this, and she swears it has nothing to do with her life and her movie adaptation that kind of went wrong. So I don't know. We'll see how it ends and how I like it at the end, but not bad. And I'm still obsessed with my new Kindle background. The pop socket I ordered is coming today, I believe, but I wanted something fun for Mexico, and I just think this is so fun. Hopefully my husband's family doesn't really look at the stickers too deeply, but I also don't care. We've been together almost 8 years, so, and they follow my book account, so they know what I read. Who cares? Anyway, I will check back in once the nails are done. Here's the before. Okay, I'm out of my nail appointment, and I don't think it could have gone more differently than I thought it was. I'm not gonna say bad because I don't mind how my nails turned out, but oh my god, this is what we're working with. I think it's cute. I think it's beachy. It's giving like beach towel. That's what I wanted. It was just like not what I was expecting, so I'm a little flustered, but it's fine. It's over. I have a donut in my purse to eat from Dunkin', so I'm gonna eat that quick, and then I think I'm gonna go to a couple free little libraries. Let's go see if there's anything in these free little libraries. Okay, free little library number 1. Gotta get in the snow. Oh, this is hot. That was rough. Okay. No, it's not looking good today. I do have one of the Bridgerton books, but I'm not gonna collect those, I don't think. I'm not gonna take anything, and it's actually really full, so I don't think I'm gonna leave anything either. So it's kind of a fail, but that's okay. It's way too cold for that. Hi, it is Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. It's throwing me off because I had yesterday off. But I'm working from home today, and I'm just sitting down on my lunch break to read a little bit. I kind of got distracted and worked on packing for our trip a little bit, but I do have enough time, I think, to get through 2 chapters at least of Woman Down. I am only on page 116, but it is only like a 300-page book, so I'm 41% of the way in. But the long chapters are killing me at night when I'm reading, because I don't know, when I get to a new chapter, when I'm tired, I get like a little bit of a revive, but when the chapters are like 30 some minutes long, it's so hard to like keep going when you're tired already. So I only read one chapter last night. My problem is that I'm waiting too long to start reading for the day, and I know that. So I am going to read during the day a couple chapters to hopefully like get intrigued for the day, and hopefully I read after work as well before it's like 11 p.m. We'll see. I'm so focused on this trip that we're having in a couple days, so my mind isn't like, let's relax and read. So we have to force it. We're gonna force some reading right now and pick this back up. Hi, it is Thursday. This book is taking me way longer than I want it to, but look at that. I have like 20 some pages left, 2 chapters. I'm going to sit down on my lunch break right now and finish this, and then I'll give you thoughts because I have them. I have thoughts about this. I don't know. I'll save it until after I finish, but yeah, let's just finish the book. I finished Woman Down by Colleen Hoover, and I have some thoughts. I have one quote that I want to share. I am going to give this a 3-star because it was entertaining. I finished it. I liked it, but it's just very much so dumb female main character thriller suspense, and like not seeing red flags or trusting her gut or anything. Like, dumb female main character, toxic male, infidelity. Like, you just kind of shake your head at the characters a lot of the book. It was entertaining. I did see a lot of the plot twists coming, but not all of them. But I want to say, just to prove how silly the female main character is, I just want to read this quote to you. This is like during the time where she's figuring out that the male main character might not be who he says he is, or his intentions might not be like as pure as she thought. She comes back and he's like at her stove cooking her dinner, and she's like mad at him and like confused and like a little bit scared, and she goes, "And good God, he's wearing socks. Why am I a sucker for a guy in a clean pair of socks?" I have never looked at my husband and been like, wow, those socks really doing it for me. What? And like, she's mad at him and like kind of scared, like for her life. She's like, God damn, those socks. Ooh, like what? Like, that's the kind of characters we're working with. So yeah, I don't know. I'm giving it a 3-star. I can't give it any higher. I don't want to give it any higher. But I also don't think it's a 2-star. I rarely give 2 stars. That means I like hated the book. I like never give 1 stars because at that point I would have DNF'd it. So a 3-star is like, it was good. I'll never think about it again, but I don't like regret reading it. So that's where we're at. 5th book of the year. I'm going a little slower than I would like. My goal is to read 100 books, so I need to read about like 8 books a month, but I'll catch up. I do have my trip next week, and I'm hoping to read like 2 books on that trip because I think there's going to be a lot of like pool time, and I obviously don't want to like sit on my phone when I'm in Mexico. I'd rather be reading. So I'm going to wrap this up. My next vlog will be a Mexico reading vlog. I plan on rereading The People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry and watching the movie. We're in Mexico for a week, so I think I can definitely take an hour and a half and cuddle up in the hotel bed and watch the movie after I'm done reading it, and probably like a hockey romance or something if I get through The People We Meet on Vacation. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. I haven't gone on a beach vacation in so long, so I'm ready to see some palm trees. But if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you stick around, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!